your perspective. Remember to like our channel, subscribe, and drop a comment. Ask questions where you do not understand. We will definitely treat those questions in our next presentation. Today we will be discussing media entrepreneurship in Akwa Ibom State. Media entrepreneurship in Akwa Ibom State. It is no longer news that the Nigerian government is not able to provide enough working opportunities for media graduates and communication graduates. So we encourage our students, we encourage our graduates to be self-sufficient. Entrepreneurship is the way to go, because you know that our economy is in a mess and the government appears incapable of solving these issues. So the private individuals, we encourage them to go into entrepreneurship. That is the aim, that is the ideology behind this course. So we are exposing our students to media entrepreneurship opportunities in Akwa Ibom State, in Nigeria, in their local environment, and we're giving them insight, we are giving them perspective on how to take advantage of this opportunity. For this course, for today, we are going to look at media entrepreneurship. We're going to look at the definition. We're going to look at the scope. This is very important. It is very important that they understand what media entrepreneurship is, whether it is limited to Akwa Ibom State, whether it is limited to Nigeria, whether it is limited to Africa, or whether it is all over the world. They need to have an understanding, an idea, a perception of what we are doing. And then you need to understand the scope. Where are we starting? What can you do? What can you not do? So that's what we are going to do today. So if you're ready, I am ready. Take your pens and paper. And again, remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to drop a comment, and always ask questions where necessary. Media entrepreneurship is the process of creating and managing media businesses. I say it again for clarity. Media entrepreneurship is the process of creating and managing media businesses, ventures, or products that are designed to provide innovative media products or services that address gaps in the market or satisfy new audience needs. I say it again, media entrepreneurship is the process of creating and managing media businesses, ventures, or projects that are designed to provide innovative media products or services that address gaps in the market or satisfy new product needs. In fact, the simplest definition of media entrepreneurship is the ability for you to see a need as a media practitioner, as a media professional, is the ability for you to see a need in the market, in the media market, and then you create a product or service to meet that need. For instance, in your local community, there is no newspaper. In your local community, there is no local radio. In your local community, there is no photography. In your local environment, there's no advertising service. You decide to create a public billboard where people come to advertise. That is media entrepreneurship. Are we together? Media entrepreneurship takes many and different forms. We are moving into the scope now. We're moving into the scope. But we understand very well that media entrepreneurship, whether it is in Akwa Ibom State, whether it is in Nigeria, whether it is in Africa, whether it is in all over the world, whether it is in your local community, is the ability for you to see a need, a media need, and for you to create products, goods, and services that will address those needs. For instance, in your community, there is no MC, there's nobody that can be a master of ceremonies, there's nobody that can help plan media events, there's nobody that can draw advertising budgets, there's nobody that can draw up advertising strategies, PR strategies. You decide to set up a company, you decide to set up an avenue to create a product that can help address those needs. That is media entrepreneurship. And the scope of media entrepreneurship, in fact, there's no ceiling to media entrepreneurship. Media entrepreneurship takes many different forms, such as digital media startups that focus on creating and distributing media content, such as videos, podcasts, blogs, social media influencers who have built a large followership on social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, etc. In fact, this particular thing I am doing right now, teaching media and communication studies on YouTube, is part of media entrepreneurship. I discovered that in classrooms, there are students that can learn in the classroom, there are students that can learn on the screen. So I decided to bridge this gap by creating a YouTube channel that will help students who cannot read on their own. Maybe they cannot read the hard copy, to go onto their screens to study. Maybe it is time for examination and they cannot make a rap reference to what they had jotted down. They can easily log on to YouTube and they go to this channel, and then they have the course broken down into pieces and dissected for their understanding. This, what I am doing right now, is a big part of media entrepreneurship. Now, this course is designed to help and equip students with skills and knowledge to succeed as media entrepreneurs. I have mentioned in passing the scope of media entrepreneurship specifically. Let's look at them one after the other. Media entrepreneurship consists of broadcast, print media, that is newspaper and magazine publishing. As a media student and as a potential graduate and as a practitioner and media professional, you can work in the newspaper industry, you can establish a newspaper, you can establish a magazine, whether it is the hard copy or whether it is in the digital form. Are we together? There's the broadcast media, that is the radio, TV production. You can go into setting up internet radio. You can go into establishing a normal radio station, a normal TV station. That is part of media entrepreneurship. There is the digital media. The first two I mentioned, they are the traditional media, that is print, newspaper, and magazines. The second one is radio and television. We have the digital media, where you have blogs, website, podcast, live streaming platforms. There is also social media content creation and influencer marketing. Of course, you know that nearly everyone now with a large followership on social media is now an influencer. And then they try to chip in their opinion, they try to market goods and services. That is an avenue, that is a form of media entrepreneurship. You know that social media is a big aspect of the media industry. So anything that enables people to eke out a living from social media is a form of media entrepreneurship. There is film and video production. You can be a photographer, you can be a videographer. Maybe in your local community you don't have a good videographer, you can go and learn video editing skills, and then you are able to meet the needs of your local community. You can meet the needs of your family, you can meet the needs of your friends, you can meet the need in your church. Maybe your church doesn't have an active media unit. You can decide to edit videos even from your phone. You record videos from your phone in church services, you upload them, and then you give your church visibility online. That is part of media entrepreneurship. Once you're able to provide this need, your church can call you, they pay you, and then you earn a living from it. There is music and entertainment business. People work as music curators for big music industries. They work as music analysts, they work as music marketers, they work as the lyrics writers. So this is a form of media entrepreneurship. There are people that are earning good chunk of living from these areas of media entrepreneurship. There is advertising and public relations services. Multiple companies, very big companies, small companies, even the state government, even local schools, they need advertisers, they need public relations experts to work for them. They need people to draw up their advert copies. They need people to write press releases for them. These are areas that people can invest. There are people that need to study copywriting. There are people that will need to pitch ideas for them. These are all areas of advertising and public relations, and these are core areas of media entrepreneurship. There is event management and promotion. Of course, media events, you can help. You can be a hype man for events. People call you, pay you for it. You can grow your followership on social media, and you become an expert in hyping of events only. It's a big part of media entrepreneurship. People need people that can hype events and bring people to listen to the event, to listen to them. Maybe somebody's having a seminar, an economic seminar, and you need people that can drag the audience to maybe your site, maybe to your event. This is a big part of media entrepreneurship. People can do it, whether it is the conventional radio, whether it is TV, whether it is in writing, whether it is copywriting, and then whether it is on social media, whether it is on the website. There are people that are experts in hyping.